guys, and welcome to Let's Talk Stupid. I'm Compound, and I'm here with.
Proud, and today we are going to talk about memories. And this episode is also very, very special because we have two guests. So, me and Compound actually secretly invite one guest without telling each other before this recording. So, well, let's get started with Compound's guest. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ginny. I've been friends with Compound and Proud for many years, like since middle school.
Okay, then let's move on to the guest of Proud. Thank you very much, Jenny.
Hello, my name is Ginny, and I've also been friends with these three since middle school. And my name and Jenny name is quite similar, but it's not actually the same name.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, so in this episode, what are we going to be talking about?
So, we'll start off with some questions for all of us. So, the first question will be, what is your fondest childhood memory?
Since we are the host, I think we should be the one who start answering these questions. I could begin. So I'd say that my fondest childhood memory is actually when I win Thai pronunciation competition 3 years in a row. That's the best memory ever. And then I lost in the fourth, and that's the worst memory ever too.
But you're still one though.
Well, it is very hard to tell whether you're good at anything when you're young. So winning might mean that I got better concentration than most other kids.
So, for me, well, it's it's when I was around 6. My house has this piano that nobody use anymore. And what I would do is that because the piano has this lid to cover the whole thing, right? I just open the lid and I slit my blanket in the middle and close the lid so that my blanket could tuck inside the piano. And usually when you play piano, there will be a piano bench that you can sit. And in my house, that bench can open as well to contain all the notes and stuff. So I open that bench as well and tuck the other end of my blanket inside and close the lid. And then I will move the bench away from the piano to build a roof so that it could be my circus roof. And then I'll find gigantic pillows and make it and turn it to walls. And because it is a bench, it will be a small opening, so I'll crawl underneath that to be an entrance to my circus, and I loved it.
Oh, how nice. You got history with building walls. I think you do well in politics.
What? Okay, whatever. So let's move on. So who would like to answer first between you guys?
I'll go next.
Okay.
Well, my fondest memory was when I was in kindergarten. Yeah, my school wasn't really that close to my house. So usually my dad would drop me off at school in the morning, and then after school my mate would pick me up from the school. But the problem here is she can't drive, so we often took a taxi back. And being the bossy kid I was, I would get to choose the taxi's color every day. So
Oh
for
my
example,
God.
if
That's
today
so
I want
cute.
if today I want to take a pink taxi, I will wait in front of the school till the pink one actually comes so we could go home.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely something. What about you, Ginny?
Well, actually, my childhood memory, which is the fondest, is actually at school, which is very strange for me to think about it. So there was when we were in grade 4 or 5, I can't remember, but there's a school performance, yearly school performance, which we dance in the school field, and it's the first school event that both my mom and dad attend, so I'm very happy at that day. because like most of the time only my mom attend the school events and my dad just nowhere to be seen. So I'm really happy that they both come to watch me perform.
Oh, that's really nice. Well, actually, like with these kind of Father Day, Mother Day ceremony at our school, it's kind of like they invited your parents there only when you win like competitions on writing essays and stuff. Am I right or am I
No,
wrong?
no, compound. She meant like the annual thing that we have to dance, like the whole class
Yeah, not like winning competition
that we have to
or
dress up.
anything. Yes, yeah.
In the new year,
Oh,
like that we have to dress a Thai
oh,
dress.
I've remembered.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Oh yeah, I remembered.
It's been a long time.
What a good memories.
Oh my god, we're so old.
Yeah. We're like wearing thick makeups and feeling so uncomfortable where other people are like, oh, can I take a photo with you? I was like, hell no, let me go home.
Exactly. So, what's the next question?
Which shared memories of ours you think you remember, but I and Proud don't? So this question is specific for you two. Um, maybe Jenny, can you answer this one?
Okay. So I don't know if you guys actually can remember this, but there was like one time when we went to the FLC camp and there was like a balloon fight. So there were a bunch of kids throwing balloons to others, and then suddenly there was like that one hotel guest that happened to be near our battlefield, and she yelled "back off" like very loud. So the whole game ended there, and like all the guests like looking at us throwing like water balloons to others. Like that's so embarrassing.
Oh, well, yeah, you're correct. I don't remember it. And I'm very shocked to remember it, to recall it.
Yeah, I don't either. I just remember like the throwing balloon part, but I completely forgot about that guess.
I don't even remember where the balloon battle take place. I don't even know it exists.
It's like near the pool, right?
Yeah.
Is there a pool?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll take a look at some old pictures. So what about you, Ginny? Like, what is the memory that you don't think I and Rob remember?
I'm not quite sure either if I remember this correctly, but I think when we were studying in the high beauty class at school and we were doing some group works together, it seems like I remember that we kinda argued with each other a bit about like the map or something of the work that we used to do together, and like I don't know if you know at that time, but I'm kind of angry, very angry at that time. But since recalling it, I don't remember why I'm that much
Really?
angry with you guys
I have
either.
no idea. Oh my god.
Yeah, I have no idea
but-
too. I thought I've never seen you angry before. I guess I was wrong.
I'm pissed on something that I don't remember.
Oh, I think I've seen Ginny angry, but I've never known that Ginny was angry with me. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, whatever happened, I'm sorry.
No, I don't think it's that big of a problem. I'm just kind of pissed on something.
Oh. Oh, well.
It's not a big problem though. It's like just some group works, minor
Oh,
issues.
okay. So, for the next question, do you guys think you are good at remembering things, and why is that?
Well, I can begin to answer that. I don't think I'm good at remembering things, and I know that because there are so many lost objects that I can't still find. For example, my old microphone is just disappeared in the glitch of Matrix. I'm pretty sure it's aliens doing, but my mom said it's only my bad memories. So it's only I'm bad at memorizing things, and also I have several billions of lost objects. I don't know where it comes. I don't know where it went. And also, I think, yeah, from like those two stories that you guys told, I literally almost had no idea when was that. So yeah, I'm bad
Okay.
at remembering things.
So what about Ginny?
I think I'm also bad at memory because I don't really remember like a memory from a long time ago. I usually get only like blurry picture but not the whole and even lesser the detail. But still I think my short-term memories is quite good. Like if I try to remember something like very much, I will be able to remember it for like a short period of time, which with a lot of details also. But in terms of like a long-term memory, a lifetime memory, I don't think I'm good at remembering things also. Is Proud going to answer next? I want to hear her answer too.
Oh, okay, I can go before Jenny. So, well, I think I'm average. Well, sometimes I forget things that I shouldn't, but most of the time I'm able to like remember what I want to remember. But some shameful stories, you just can't get rid of it. And Jenny, what about you?
I'm quite sure that my memory is very bad. Like Compound, I also lost many of my stuff too. And I mean, my memory is actually depend on like what topic it was. Like I can remember I can remember people really well. Like even though they can't sometimes remember me, but yeah, it depends on which topic. Like if you ask me what did I just learn last year, I definitely can't remember
Me
anything.
too, don't worry.
Oh, well, I think that remembering things, I think we associate feelings with like remembering as well, and with events that we are strongly emotional about, we tend to remember it better. But those memories tend to be like not exactly accurate, right? I think that we like are like the type of animals which like to dramatize things. That is why most memories that we have, most memorable things that we remember, are mostly not that accurate.
That is true. And that is why like when you guys finally agreed to like go with memories, I was like the first thing I thought about is like memory implantation. And like what is that movie called? Uh that thing that the guy went into others people memory and tried to implant it. That what is that in dreams? I couldn't remember what it's
Oh,
called.
it's called Inception, lah. Inception.
Oh yeah, that one. Like I immediately thought of that movie.
Oh, yeah, but like speaking of memories, I think about Black Mirror episode where it's like the entire history of you. That's so haunting. What a good episode. But still, I still
Wait,
think that
have Ginny and Jenny watched Black Mirror,
I
especially
haven't
that
watched it
episode?
yet. Proud also recommended me this series a while ago, but I haven't watched it yet.
No, I've never watched that. All I can think of right now is the Doraemon bread that when you eat it and you can remember
Oh
everything.
yeah.
That's all I can
oh
think of right now.
Well, it's better that you guys haven't watched it because it's quite dark.
well, but I would say that go watch it immediately.
It's good, but it's dark and well, it's good. Okay. And well, when I think of like movies and other movies come up, like I think you guys have all watched this one, Ready Player One, right?
No, I haven't. Cause like I tried to watch it once, but then something came up and I like stopped in the middle. so I haven't really properly watched it.
What about Jenny? Have you watched it?
I I actually really can't remember if I I have watched it or not because usually I can't remember like movies names, so I'm not sure
Oh,
which movie are you talking about.
Compound can explain it.
The one where the guy where we are, but actually lives in like a zinc bunker, and he travels the world in VR and trying to save the world, something like
Exactly.
that.
Like playing games.
Oh, that you mean that one where he like trying to compete with others to get some kind of
Yes.
keys?
Easter eggs. Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I've heard that like the second book is worse than the first. I know that Compound hated the movie, but I've heard that the second one, which is called Ready Player 2, was even worse.
I mean, it is very. The name is just abomination. It's like Ready Player 2. Oh god, it's so obvious that it's gonna be Ready Player 2.
Like there's this idea so that the technology in Ready Player 2 is that but well when you up oops sorry so the technology in Ready Player 2 is that it's not VR anymore. It's like uploading your memories and your consciousness to like the internet or something. It's called like ONI or something. But well, that is one thing that is very interesting about memory is that it actually one of the key reason why teleportation couldn't exist because like you know the main idea is teleportation is that you have two machines, right? And you walk into like machine A and you come out of machine B. But in order to do that, the machine A has to like disassemble all of your atoms and the machine B has to like build you up from like what machine A has told it. But here's the thing, memory is not like stored in one place. I've said earlier in other episodes that it is like a pattern of neuron working together. So it is even more difficult than to like build you up each atom to like store the pattern of neurons. So another question might rise is whether like if your whole body is like new set of atoms, is it still you even though like your memory is there? Is it still you?
Oh, so this is the kind of question that I've asked you earlier, right? Like Theseus ship. Okay, so I'm gonna speak about it again because it's cool and you need to listen to it again because you don't have any choice. Well, Theseus is an Argonaut. So an Argonaut basically means somebody that travels in a ship called Argo. So Theseus, yeah, I think it's Theseus. I'm not sure, but Theseus ride this ship, and he went to an island, but his ships gradually break down during his journey, so he has to replace the wood in his ship with another wood from the island. Gradually, there's like so many islands along the way, and he like replace the wood, replace the wood, replace the wood. Until the end of the journey, he come back home, but none of the wood in his ships are the original wood from the beginning of the journey. The question uh, is this ship still Theseus' ship, or is it not? What do you guys think?
So, if it's about a ship which is rebuilt, but like he replaced the wood one at a time, right? So like he didn't like
Yes.
replace all the wood at the same time. So personally, I think the ship is still the same old ship because like you didn't like it didn't collapse all the way, but just like being rebuilt once at a time. So I think it's still the same ship. But so the ship doesn't have memories, right? So it's
I
not
guess.
like people
I don't
when
know. I'm not
they
sure.
no, I mean the ship is an object,
Oh,
but
yeah.
the one who remember and recognize the ship as his ship is the person who ride on it.
That is
So like
deep.
if that person still recognize that ship as his own, so I think it's still the same ship. But
Wow.
like if it's about people and if you like
Nice.
got your memory removed and you shape out a new person with a new memory, I think that person is not the same person.
Okay.
Okay, so am I saying confusing things?
I think it's more tricky when it's like people, but okay, let's see what Jenny think about that ship thing.
Okay, let me shift in a little bit to add some
Okay.
more fun when to add Jenny's answer. So along the way, when Theseus was throwing the words of his old ship, a group of Theseus fans, we call it that. Oh, okay, so we can also call them pirates. They collect these old woods and build themselves a new ship that looked exactly like Theseus' original one. And the pirates ride on this ship. The question is that the two ships reached the dock at the same time. Which which one is Theseus' ship?
Okay, Jenny can answer that because I can't.
This is so tricky. I still think the one that Theseus built is still Theseus' ship because like I mean as Ginny has already said it's up to the person who built it. Like the memory is on the person, not the ship. So like if the pirates rebuild the ship, even though it looked exactly the same, I'm sure that I don't know. I would say like it's a vibe that is not the same between these two ships. It actually should depend on people who on that ship more.
That's a nice answer. From the same logic that you guys have said, so if a teleportation machine can build you but couldn't retain your memory, does it mean that that is not you anymore?
I think that there I think that it's not you anymore. Like the consciousness may be you, but it's not gonna be you that others recognize, right?
So, what about people who have amnesia, that they forget things, or Alzheimer's?
I personally think that Alzheimer is like it's it's the worst kind of disease you can get during your life, and it's basically losing yourself. But for amnesia, it's like partial memory loss, so everything should be in order because the core memory that creates your personality does not vanish in like amnesia in most cases. But it's basically like the same case where the guy got stabbed right in his eye socket, right? And
Oh, yeah.
a part of his brain is destroyed.
Yes, that one.
We still have questioned whether it's still him or not.
Yeah. So, do you guys have anything else to add from that?
In my opinion, like I think that people with whether it's amnesia or Alzheimer's still is still that same person because like I have my great grandma, she has like kind of like partially Alzheimer. I don't know if that's a thing, but I mean she still can remember like old story from like her teenage years. But even though if like she can't remember what she just said or like stuff, but she still can remember like some some experience in the past. So I think that she's still that same person.
True. But to be more specific, I would like to ask Ginny again whether do you identify a person identity by what other people view the person of, or do you identify it as what a person views themselves?
I think both matters, but like if it's about individual, then I guess it's from that person perspective. So like it doesn't matter if someone else didn't recognize us as ourselves, but if we still do, then I guess we are still that person.
So Theseus' ship would be Theseus' ship if Theseus think it is his ship, right?
yes, that is correct. Other people's opinions doesn't matter
Whoa.
at all. It's kind of self-centered when it sounds like this.
But that is so deep. Oh my
I
god.
think that raises up so many interesting points. For example, like people with Alzheimer often have this problem, like who am I gonna be if I'm not me anymore? Who am I gonna be without memories? And if the person, if they use in this case, isn't even sure that it's his chip, what should he do?
Mhm.
Who should he look for?
Well, like with people with Alzheimer, for me, I think it's like they lost a part of themselves because they can't remember all the memory they have like experienced. But for the ship, if he himself is like not sure whether if this is his ship or not, then I think the meaning of the ship is lost.
Yeah, what a nice
Maybe.
touch.
Yeah.
So there's also another concept of memories that okay. Do you think that memory should be partially erased? Certain memories should be erased. For example, like people who's raped, is it justified to delete some of their memories to prevent further traumas? Or if you had a really good relationship with someone and then you break up with them and you don't want to remember all the things you've been together because it's too painful, is it justified to delete your memory? I think the first case is stronger, right? So yeah, let's talk on that.
Oh. I've heard that many traumas actually changed people in a positive way, but also it also affect others too. Like one case, like a person, I think her name is Elizabeth something. She was kidnapped on her bed by like a complete stranger, and she was stuck with him, continuously raped for 9 months. And then when she survived that, she was like, no, I'm not going to let this guy take away any second of my life anymore. And she became like a reporter for such crime, and she has founded an organization to prevent these things and to educate people, and she was very inspiring. And if it weren't for that incident alone, she wouldn't have done all of these. But also it doesn't mean that it should occur to her as well. So I think it's a very tricky question yet again.
Okay, so I think that this kind of thing is very, very tricky to answer because, like, yeah, we can view her life as like accomplishment, but there's also a lot many other cases that people got raped or mentally affected by the result of what happened, and also it results in like uh, fear of the opposite sex, and also fear of having sex itself. And I think that those are consequences that are so detrimental to one's mental stability. Since you have to face guys almost every day anyway. Right.
I'm not sure if there are many cases of this, but I I think I've heard that for some people who has experienced a very bad situation and have like developed a trauma, so some of them might actually develop like a partial amnesia. I'm not sure what that's called. Like you automatically forget what happened to you to like prevent yourself from being breakdown, something like that.
Yeah, I've heard about that too.
But like yeah, so it really depends on the individuals of how they deal with the trauma. Like for example, the person Proud mentioned, her name is Elizabeth, right?
Yeah.
So she dealt with it um quite like very good, I think. Like maybe if she got kidnapped for 9 months, that's gonna be like a very bad experience.
Yeah.
And I think it's impossible to get away with this without talking to the like psychologist, because this really affects your mind. But she still passed through it and like achieve great things. But for some other people who like can't deal with this situation, maybe it is justified to like let them erase their memory. Like the first question compound asks if they wanted to, and like the cause is really a problem to their lives. Like if they give their consent to erase their memory, I think other people who haven't experienced the same shouldn't be able to like tell them not to do so.
What about Ginny? Do you have anything to add?
I think Ginny already say what I've thought, so I have nothing to add more.
Oh, I actually like let's go back to like the teleportation for a little bit, because like I've said that like we have already established that, well, if it's every atom in your body is like new but you don't have a memory, that is not you. But did you know that because like our body is basically composed of cells and it has its own lifespan, lots of our part of bodies like get replaced like yearly or something. So for example, like our muscle cells, I'm not sure if if this is accurate or not, but like our muscle cells has like um, 15 years of lifespan. So basically every 15 years your muscles are replaced by new cells, and that is like a shocking fact.
But like just like the thing with the ship, it's not like immediately replace all the muscle cell, but it's just like renew it every 15 years, right?
Yeah, exactly. And interestingly, like your neurons doesn't degenerate. It stays with you for mostly the rest of your life. There are some new studies saying that yes, it can degenerate, but it's not that much. Most stay the same, and you won't have like, and you won't create new neurons as well. So like the number stays the same.
So, the last thing that I want to leave is that do you guys think it is better to be a creature that lives with very little memory as it is? For example, I've heard a lot of people say, "I just want to be a rock. I just want to be a hydra floating in like fresh water and do nothing, remember nothing at all." Do you guys think it would be better that way, or is it good to have like sophisticated memories like ours?
I think that for me personally, I would rather live with my memory, because the memory from us, and so if like I don't remember anything, I wouldn't be the me right now that is talking. So I'd rather live like this.
Okay, so Jenny, what about you?
I I pers- I personally also think that I prefer to live like a human this way more, because I I think that our past memory is the one that shapes us who we are right now, and also like some memories can taught us some lessons too, like some bad experience like can it can like be something that tell you that you shouldn't go this part, like you because you've already done that before and it doesn't go well.
Trial and error. Yeah, I totally agree. I would like to be myself. I don't want to be any other animal. I just want to be myself. Yay.
Maybe because I kind of think that it wouldn't be a very bad idea to be a Hydra, because I think that Hydra is not. I'm sorry, Hydra people, but I don't think Hydra is smart enough to be afraid of death. And personally, I have like thanatophobia really strongly, because memories made us feel like life is so precious. the struggle with death is really, really, really hard. So I think that maybe I'd give it a try. Maybe try to be some Hydra. Life would be simpler. I would be happy just to flatten myself. Yeah, basically.
To be honest, like I've heard this idea that if you want to know how to live, you have to learn how to die. Basically, like death is actually the thing that keeps us going forward, that actually give our lives meaning.
That's like so mundane. Like, yeah. One, but it's really nice touch to say that it's the thing that you need. I agree that life and death are opposite, and it also help fuels each other. Okay, but mostly I can conclude that memories is a precious thing for all of us, and it makes us who we are. Through thick and thins, we live with it, and we grow with it, sort of things like that. So, do you have any questions that you want to leave to our listeners?
So maybe you guys can tell us about your fondest childhood memories. I guess that would be nice, and you can send us your answers to let's talk stupid.stupid@gmail.com, and you can also follow us on other social media like YouTube. Wait, YouTube is this one. Okay, Facebook and Twitter. It's all Let's Talk Stupid.
Yeah. So I would like to thank the guests today very much, Ginny and Jenny. You guys, can you please leave your Instagram on the description, so our listeners can check out how gorgeous you guys are.
Okay.
And also, thank you very much. I really enjoyed the conversation we have today.
Thank you for inviting us. Also, it's been fun.
Yeah, thank you for having me as a guest today too. I would say I learned a lot today.
At last, we would like to also thank our listeners for listening. And goodbye. We'll see you guys next week.
See you.
Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Go
Yeah,
subscribe.
also smash that like button too.
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button.
Okay.